my friends, and welcome back to VAMPYR. I'm Lady Lilia, and we are playing Jonathan Reed on this lovely adventure of being a vampire and doing things and finding out our vamp daddy and how and why we deserved this fate. I don't know why we deserved this fate, but we're also trying to track the killer. Actually, let's go to our quest and do a thingy-ma-ding. Okay, identify and confront the vampire who created me. Follow the blood trail to the pier and track the killer, which is the same thing. We also have all of these dudes that we know about now. There are a lot of dudes to find out about. We also have a gun and 2 abilities and a passive ability and a stake. And we have a shotgun too, but I haven't really been able to use that. I don't know why all of these custom markers are on my map. I think I keep putting them there on accident, but anyway, I could use a rat. Nom, 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 nom. Whoa, that was loud. Okay, one more rat. Come here, rat. No rats were harmed in the making of this video game, says the devs. They definitely didn't try eating rats in real life just to make this video game, which, you know, I was worried. Okay, let's continue. Do we go this way? Maybe? Is my map no longer... Oh, wait. No, that's not the right way. But why? Why is this not on my mini-map anymore? Oh, right, because I went the wrong way. Because I'm a derp. Actually, at least I think I did. Can we go downstairs here, or... was there a different way to go? No, this was just... Okay, never mind. I'm being a derp. I apologize for the derpitude. Let's go see if we can get through here. Unknown. Oh, he looks like a tasty fellow, doesn't he?
It's locked, all right.
It's locked, all right. All right, well, that means we need to go this way, then? We came through that warehouse, so surely we then need to go this way. Ah, yes, there is blood over here. Okay. North Docks. There's some blood. And, oh, it's on the other side of the wall, actually. That's locked.
Fresh blood.
Ooh.
The whole building reeks of it. The scent is so strong it makes me dizzy.
Oh, there he is! Ah, itch. Sean. That guy looks like a Sean.
I must have more. Oh dear God, not again. William, please stop. Just a sip, I promise. You're my dearest friend. You're my last and dearest.
Scythe? Ooh, 2-handed weapons. Okay, the scythe, for instance, can be used as a parry to parry an incoming attack, inflicting heavy stun damage if timed correctly. Oh, baby. Baby. Sorry. Alright, yes, let's switch to that. And let's put that on secondary, even though I don't know... I don't know how to switch between them quickly yet. It says there's an arrow. Oh, wait a second. Parry attacks. Hang on. Why are you putting that in both of my thingies? So, are you telling me? Oh, when I have it equipped, it's both. Okay. Oh. T. There's gotta be a quick way to switch weapons that I'm missing. Alright, fine. Let's use that, and then we'll put the stake there. Fine, whatever. Actually, just in case. I know. Sorry, friends. I know. I'll figure it out.
This place reeks of bloodshed.
Yes, it does. Can't use my vampire. I can't use manything. Look at all these people!
This creature is bedeviled. I must put it down.
William Bishop. Oh. Got him! Nom, 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 nom. It's a boss! Oops. Oh, it. We're gonna get him. We're gonna get this guy. We're out of stamina. Get him! Yeah! Didn't like that much, did you? Used bludgeon. Okay. I got a used bludgeon. That's not important right now, though. What is important is that we killed that guy. Rest in pepperonis, William. What does he got? Ew, he's got like stuff coming out of his... Ew, that's gross. Okay, Sean, I'm here to save you. Look at what... Oh, God, it's horrible.
William was an honorable man. I could have saved him.
I don't know.
Mr. Hampton, are you in there?
I knew him well. Another lost soul, a kindred spirit.
Sir, listen to the sound of my voice. I'm a doctor. You're suffering from shock.
Oh!
I must return to my flock. They'll stray without me.
Wow.
Remember, certain skulls are every bit as resistant as we are.
Who are you? What do you mean by scowl?
You truly are a newborn. I should have realized.
Wait. You are the woman from the bar. Are you... like me? Can you help me?
I believe, sir, I already have.
That's true.
By George and the Saints, you've solved the mystery of these terrible murders. Patience, good fellows, I've come to offer help.
How did you
Give me a moment to
arrive
secure
here?
my boat. We can leave this awful place.
Uh-huh.
William was not the evil man they claimed. He was just taken by the thirst. He needed his drink.
This man requires medical attention. We'll see he gets to the nearest hospital.
No, please, I must tend to my fold. My flock needs me.
There, sir. Go with the good Dr. Swansea. He's resourceful, and I'm sure he'll take good care of you.
You'd best come as well. The sun is soon to rise, and you'll need a place to rest.
I just
Good
need
point.
a moment. If I can learn something about what has happened to William, I'll be a step closer to understanding what happened to me.
Hold the boat. Hold the boat. I need to do some searching.
This poor creature can't be my maker.
Blood sample. No, he
Could
can't.
it be some subspecies of vampire?
Yeah, he's like a feral vampire.
I must find a place to analyze the blood.
Okay. Is that all we need? Let's take a just a quick look around. You never know what we might find. God, this is disgusting though. Dude had some major issues. Major issues, man. Look at all these people that he killed and ate. Ugh. Blech. Blech. How do we know he's dead? I mean, I guess she killed him for real with a spike through the heart that doesn't show up, but he's like... He's got horns and other spiky things like growing out of his flesh, which definitely seems like a different kind of vampire. Yes, it does. I'm ready to go.
Where are we headed?
We're on our way to the Pembroke Hospital. It's just across the canal. They'll have a bed for poor Mr. Hampton.
William was... What manner of creature was he?
Predator, prey, villain, and victim. Who can say? The important thing is that he's been stopped.
Duly noted. And the woman? What... Who is she?
What woman?
Oh, don't play me for a fool. You used me to locate that skull. You must know who she is.
And I thought you a gentleman. You shouldn't talk about a lady behind her back, but I will tell you she values her privacy. Were London as peaceful as she appears from the middle of the canal? If only that were the reality of the situation.
To be honest, I've always tried to avoid this part of town.
Pembroke Hospital is the last bastion between the rest of London and the epidemic. The flu has decimated the East End and the war still rages. Welcome to the front lines of a plague.
This is where you work, Dr. Swansea.
I am the administrator of Pembroke Hospital.
I thought you were here in service of your mysterious order, the Brotherhood of...
Of St. Paul's Stole, yes. But first and foremost, I'm a man of science. A physician, like yourself, Dr. Reed.
How do you know who I am?
No need for modesty. You are Dr. Jonathan Reed, a surgeon of some caliber and renown, if I'm not mistaken.
You are correct, sir.
I knew it! I had my suspicions. But when you took the blood sample from the corpse of poor William, I was certain. Dr. Reed. Marvelous.
Want an autograph? I can still write.
Have we met?
I attended 3 of your seminars before the war. I have the utmost admiration for your research.
Aww.
And what a turn of fate. England's most esteemed blood specialist returns to London a vampire.
That word, again. From a so-called man of science.
I understand. Traditionally, the role of science is to refute myth, but when myth walks among us, the Brotherhood of St. Paul has dedicated its purpose to their study. There's so much for you to learn.
And for that, you are right.
Why have we stopped?
Well, then let me be blunt. Join my staff at Pembroke Hospital. As a physician. I suspect you'll not find a better post of employment to contemplate your predicament.
This is sudden. I was returning home to see my sickly mother. But alas, that was before contracting this... affliction.
Dr. Reed, take a moment to consider. The post would be for the night shift, providing a good explanation for your absence during daylight hours. You'll be adequately reimbursed, and have a place to hide. I even had the forethought to bring some clean clothes. So, what do you say?
Yes. Sounds good. How can you pass that up,
It
Jonathan?
seems I have little choice, but yours is a generous offer, so I thank you.
Brilliant! Oh, Jonathan, this is one for the book, and the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
Dr. Swansea, thank goodness. I was beginning to be concerned.
Worry no more, Nurse Crane, for I bring good news.
Oh, Doctor, what a night. We lost 2 more patients. Nurse Scow said she couldn't take it anymore and resigned.
Yes, well, I'll make a new rota in the morning. In the meantime, find a good bed for Mr. Hampton. Be sure to pay attention to his needs.
Of course, Doctor.
Oh, and Dorothy,
Yes, Doctor?
Dr. Reed here has just returned from the front. He served King and Country and will be joining us here at Pembroke. We're very lucky to have gained a surgeon of his talent, and one so experienced in blood transfusions.
That is good news indeed, Doctor.
Oh, yes. Here at Pembroke, it's not what we have, but what we haven't. It's only thanks to Nurse Crane and the staff that our ship doesn't sink. If you have any questions, just ask her.
Duly noted. Thank you.
Your assistance is required, Dr. Swansea, immediately.
Welcome aboard, Jonathan. We'll catch up after my rounds. Coming, Nurse Crane. I'm coming.
Okay. He's such a fanboy. It's great. You guys need any help? Is he okay? Take me to a hospital. Analyze William Bishop's blood. All right. I've accepted Dr. Swansay's help. Oh, I already forgot how to pronounce it. I will work at the Pembroke Hospital. I have no choice. The man knows about my condition, about what I've become, a vampire. I can't believe this. I don't know anything about this secluded medical facility. Everybody here will take me for what I'm not anymore. Jonathan E. Reed, the famous surgeon. I must lie to them all, to the patients, to the staff. This is my new home, where I will hide from all who are after me, where I will hide from everyone until I get a better understanding of what is going on. Honestly, though, you gotta admit, Jonathan, if I may be so blunt as to say, that the fact that this, you know, you're not the only one in this predicament, and you're not a feral vampire, you're more of a, you know, you still have your faculties, you still have your brain. As long as you keep your blood level high, you should be fine. You know, in worst case scenario, you'll take some blood and possibly kill someone. But you know, there's loot in there and I want it. Generally, you should be fine. Hopefully. Oh, okay, you could go faster. What's happening right now?
Rotten or pristine, each heart contains the secret of life. Drink at this river. Try it all.
That sounds like my voice. What have you done, sir?
Bars to give me a good phone.
What?
Oh, come on, you bastard. I won't bite.
Sir, please. You've lost too much blood. Calm yourself.
You think I didn't notice? Stop your staring and get me to an hospital, you arse.
Be polite.
Insulting a good Samaritan. Not exactly the way to get rescued.
Uh-huh.
All right, sorry. I am in pain here. My guts are spilling out onto the street and you're yabbering on.
Me guts.
Yes. That's a very nasty wound you've got there. Take my word, I am a doctor. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Name's Clay Cox. I'd appreciate you helping me to a better place, Doc.
Follow me, Mr. Cox. Let me assist you to that better place.
Uh-oh. Is he actually gonna... Okay, the blood quality indicates how much XP you will obtain from a particular citizen. The higher the blood quality, the more blood you will get. So, am I assisting him to the better place of death? To drink the blood from your prey, you first need to mesmerize them to lead them out of sight from others. Your mesmerize level must be equal to or higher than the citizen's resistance. Press Q to mesmerize him. Okay. F for details. Isn't he gonna die, though? He's already lost a lot of blood.
Bring this fading light into the shadows.
Follow the red trail.
Dance with him the dance of life and death.
Press to embrace Clay Cox or spacebar to release him. Embracing him will provide a massive XP boost, but be aware that there are consequences. Learning more about citizens and collecting their hints will increase the experience gained. We gotta try it.
In the back, you bastard! Didn't have the guts to fight me. Fuck you. I'll kill you. I'll kill you.
How is he talking? Okay, I'm gonna assume those were his last words. Alright, so we also got a used bludgeon. I'm not so sure about... I guess that's an upgrade for my main hand weapon. 64. 72. I don't know. So he's dead. I'm guessing the consequences are going to be he'll come back as a vampire and try and kill me every once in a while or something like that, possibly. I don't know. But I got a lot of XP, and now I can rest and evolve, so that's good. Interesting mechanic, because that means that if you decide to
taste a life, to embrace its most intimate secrets. Such such a burden, such a divine sin.
I was gonna say, that means if we decide to let people go, we do not get as much experience, which means we will not be as powerful as a vampire. So, I'm very curious to see how that's gonna play out. Hello there.
Doctor, where have you been? I've little time to play hide and seek with new staff members, no matter how illustrious they may be.
Sorry.
I apologize, nurse. I needed some time to myself. This has been the longest and strangest night of my life.
Need a snack. Needed a snack.
You delivered poor Mr. Hampton from a terrible fate. The means to that end should be of little concern, Doctor.
Thank you, nurse. What can I do for you?
Dr. Swansea insisted we provide you a quiet office. You'll find it on the second floor with your name on the door.
Thank you. Nurse Crane, isn't it?
Yes, Dorothy Crane. Welcome to Pembroke Hospital, Dr. Reed. Your office has been prepared.
Thank you. I have a few questions.
I would like to ask a few questions first. And Mr. Hampton, the patient we brought in, how does he fare?
I gave him a sedative to help him sleep. Poor thing was in quite a state of shock.
What kind of man is Dr. Swansea?
Well, you accepted the job from him. I thought you would have known about your employer.
It's right to assume Dr. Swansea knows far more about me than I do about him.
You'll get to know him soon enough, and better than me. The administrator has better things to do than mix with us.
Okay.
Thank you, Nurse Crane.
So let's have a little peek around. See if we can find anything to pick up. You never know, there might be some goodies. No? Doesn't seem like it though. Hello there. Who are you? Oh, I can talk to you.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm new here.
I've already heard about you, Dr. Reed. I'm Milton Hooks, the ambulance driver for this shithole of a hospital.
That's quite a blunt introduction, Mr. Hooks.
You can call me Milton. I like to speak my mind, Dr. Reed. Perk of the job. Don't judge me, and I won't judge you.
I'm not
Fair
sure
enough.
I understand what you're talking about.
Well, I'm no doctor, but I'm pretty sure a gun can't be used as a surgical instrument.
You have a keen eye. I learned to shoot during the war, and have carried one ever since. Old habits die hard.
No need to explain, Dr. Reed. And if you ever need a better gun, remember, I may have something for you.
Oh, okay.
I'd like to see your goods.
Wise
Eee.
choice, Dr. Reed. A reliable gun is what everybody needs these days.
Whoa. He's also got parts. 9 shillings. I think I'll buy those. Oh wait, it costs 9 shillings for one. Okay, never mind. But he has 10. How much money do I have? 100. Now I'll save my money. So okay, so he's a store. That's good to know. What about you? Are you also a store?
Good evening, sir.
So it is true. The famous Dr. Reed has joined us. I can't think of any better news during these terrible times.
Do we know each other?
Actually, yes. We met once before, at the Rockefeller University in New York.
Dr. Tippett, yes, I remember. I was assisting Professor Carell in his research about coronary bypasses. He had nothing but praise for you.
He was also very confident about your future. And look at you now. Eminent surgeon and blood transfusion specialist.
Ooh, hint required.
What is the Pembroke Hospital situation? And please, speak freely.
This hospital is not exactly the best of London.
I'm sure you are used to working in a better environment.
It's more than enough. In any case, the personnel of a hospital are much more important to me than the building.
Don't be misled by appearances, Dr. Reed. This hospital does not lack talented people. It just lacks hope.
Medical checkup.
Do you need any medical assistance yourself, Doctor?
Come on, don't be ridiculous, dear colleague.
I'm sorry. Okay, so he's got a lot of secret stuff to say.
What can you tell me about the staff in the hospital?
Some are really good, and others are not so good. But during this troubled period, there is no time for slander. I prefer to focus on the positive character traits.
Tell me more about cherished people, then.
Nurse Brannigan is a pearl. She is the most helpful and dedicated nurse I've ever worked with. A clever and cheerful woman.
You really seem to admire her skills.
Hints.
I'll go even further. If she was a man, she would be a damn fine practitioner.
Okay.
Any opinion about the management?
I don't always agree with Dr. Swansea's reserve, but I must admit he does all he can to keep this facility running during this crisis.
Ah, yes, the burden of command. I was fed up with this concept while serving as a medical officer.
Don't get me wrong. Swansea's a good administrator. I just wish he would get out of his office now and again.
Okay. Didn't unlock any of those. Okay. Well, I'll talk to you later.
Goodbye, Dr. Tippett.
Goodbye. Good day, Dr. Tippett. Ooh. All right. We can open some of these boxes.
Dr. Swansea is right. This place seems perfect to conduct my research.
Yeah, you're pretty damn lucky, Jonathan Reed. Good thing you were a famous doctor, otherwise you wouldn't be going through this at all. Collectible. Dear brothers, I must now draw your attention to a very important point. The use of garlic as a protection against vampires. Let's be crystal clear on the subject. Garlic will never protect you against these creatures. No matter how fresh, how strong, and how smelly garlic is totally useless as a defense. I can never say enough how damaging that novel of Bram Stoker has been. Yes, of course, population in Slavic countries place garlic cloves in coffins. Yes, of course, inhabitants of Santorini Island hang garlic on their windows. There would be so much more to write about this place. And someday soon, I hope to go back to this island to further explore its occult tradition. But that is not to protect the living from the devil. It is to tell the dead that they are aware of their malevolence. It is a symbol, nothing more, nothing less. So please, by all means, yes, wear garlic, show garlic, hang garlic, and tell the shadows that you are not afraid. But if you're looking for supernatural protection, you will have to search much deeper in the forgotten secrets of the occult tradition. For here is the truth, my fellow brothers. Garlic does not repel vampire, but all the fresh plants will hurt them. It is as if their body could not stand the presence of botanical elements. I have seen an enraged Volp flee when wrecked with a rose. Yes, a simple rose. I have witnessed an elder Ekin fall down and beg for mercy when struck by a wooden stake. I don't know why it is so effective, and I would give my left arm to find an answer to the mystery, but the truth remains nevertheless. Vampires are very sensitive to flesh, herbs, plants, and woods. From Facing the Shadows, Hear How and Why by Usher Talltree. Primate of St. Paul. Okay. Well, that would be why wooden stakes work and stuff. They don't like plants. Hello.
Good evening, sir. Can I help you?
Unless you're here to fix my face. No. I don't think you can help me.
Aww.
I'm Dr. Reed. I've recently taken the position of head surgeon here. War injuries, am I right?
You guessed right, Doctor. German shell took my pretty little mug right off. But they still call me Thomas Elwood.
Soldier, do you need assistance?
I'm fine. Just do something for this pain, will you? That's all I'm asking.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't have anything. I can mesmerize you, but I don't blood quality. 1 and 1.
How is your stay with us, Mr. Elwood?
Oh, it's bliss. I just escaped death in the trenches to be surrounded again by the moans of the dying.
Can I ask you precisely why you're a patient here?
It's the pain, sir. The drugs don't work. It just hurts under the scars, if you get my drift.
Can I do anything for your pain?
Nurses gave me a bunch of pills. No effect. Told you. It's like the flames are under my skin, burning away.
Okay.
Who is treating you? Is someone in particular looking after your case?
Nobody since the old and tired doctor spoke to me. Started to think I was forgotten about. Wouldn't blame you.
You don't seem worried by that.
My face hurts so much more when I smile or cry. I've learned it's easier not to speak. But be assured I'm smiling inside.
Gosh, that's sad.
Where were you stationed, sir? Did you serve for long?
I really don't want to talk about all this shit.
No offense. I was pushing too much. I served in France myself. I just wanted to know what happened to you.
You were an officer, weren't you? Then I doubt we fought the same war, sir. No offense.
Okay.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Elwood.
All right. There's a lot of locked. I'm sure I'll be able to ask some people about him. Maybe I can get some better. Ah, hey, it's you.
Good evening, Mr. Hampton. How do you feel?
Dr. Reed, is it? Oh, sir, I must apologize for my behavior.
What do you mean?
I was not myself in the factory. Fear and exhaustion made me say awful things to you, I'm afraid.
You remained perfectly nice and polite. A little delirious, perhaps. But who wouldn't be after enduring an abduction?
Thank you, Doctor. That's a relief. Now all I need to do is rest and return to my flock.
How did you end up in William Bishop's den?
I had received alarming news about his recent behavior. I went to his place and he refused to let me go.
You dared to enter this awful place alone. You're a hero, Mr. Hampton. Or a fool.
I'm just a man trying to help his friends, Dr. Reed. William Bishop was a conflicted soul, searching for light.
Why did he abduct you?
William was an alcoholic. His addiction suddenly changed to blood. I don't know why. Just like a patient I met here. This Miss Hawcroft.
Oh.
Do you know Tom Watts? The bartender from the Turtle. I met him before I found you in the canning factory.
Tom? Yes, of course. Always the helping hand, good old Tom. Without men like him, corruption and despair would have wiped out the East End long ago.
Who should I avoid in this part of town, then? Any particularly evil figures?
Not really. Most men and women are just doing their best. And it's not my habit to speak ill of people I know, Doctor.
People are still in despair.
How could it be otherwise? The authorities have left us all to rot in this contagious nightmare. No drugs, no advice, nothing. It's a damn shame.
What is the general situation in the East End docks?
The situation has always been tough, with a lot of tensions between the gangs and the Dockers' trade union. The Wet Boot Boys are very nervous since they lost their leader.
Wet Boot Boys.
Has the gang been threatening you?
Ah, no. I've had this nickname for so long, you know, the sad saint of the East End. No one dares to bug a saint, not even criminals.
Who leads the gang now?
Since Clay Cox went missing, it's his wife Edwina who runs the show, with the assistance of her minion, Dooth Digby.
Clay Cox. Ah. So he was a gang member. Well then, I don't feel bad about murdering him.
What do you do for a living, Mr. Hampton? I can't help but notice the cross around your neck.
I manage a night asylum for the poor and homeless of the docks, and I try to guide the lost and hesitant on the right path to our Lord.
Why didn't you use your cross against William Bishop? To repel him somehow?
That's a very strange question, Doctor. A cross is no magical token, if that's what you were trying to say. Not mine, anyway.
Are you a priest, Mr. Hampton? A deacon, maybe?
Not at all, Doctor. I'm just a man of faith willing to preach the good word.
Have you made friends since you arrived?
Not really, but I recognize Miss Harriet Jones. I knew her when she lived by the docks. That poor woman had such a miserable life.
You never came to see her here at Pembroke? Receiving visits when sick can be an important part of the healing process, you know. We're not just bodies.
You're preaching to the converted now, Doctor. To be truly honest, I thought she was dead. She left the docks many months ago.
That's not the first time she's been mentioned.
How do you feel, Mr. Hampton? Medically speaking, I mean.
I feel exhausted. Beyond exhaustion, actually. William drank so much of my blood in his madness. I feel empty.
You're in good hands here. Dr. Swansea is well versed in blood transfusion, and I'm sure he'll take the best care of you.
Thank you, sir. I believe all I need is rest, and then I can go back to the people who need me.
Goodbye, Mr. Hampton. We'll talk again later.
This is a weird question, but in this time period, did they know about, I could just look this up, but did they know about, you know, different blood types? I think they did, but I'm not sure. Because I do remember learning a fact about how, you know, just for every blood transfusion, they would just get lucky whether you'd survive or not, because they didn't know that you needed a specific type of blood. So sometimes you just die anyway. Okay, a long letter. Well, oh my god. Hello, sis. How are things in the big city? Here in Brum, things are not so good. It seems the flu is here again, and we have many new cases of the infection in our neighborhood. Do you remember Miss Scheller, the old drinking hag from the 3rd floor? She passed away 2 days ago, and her flat is already occupied again. Geez, you would have to pay me a huge amount of money to go to sleep in a bed which a woman just died of the flu a few hours ago. Sorry I did not take time to quickly answer your last letter. Between taking care of little Paul, Mum, Dad, and my job at the factory, I really find time to write to my favorite sister. By the way, my son says hello to his Auntie Peepa. You should see the little bugger. Always driving me mad, and Mum says you can bring back some of those marvelous cakes the next time you come back home. In your last letter, you told me you thought about quitting your job at the Pembroke Hospital. I have to tell you, Pip, you better think twice. There are always jobs at the factory, but wages are shit, and it's boring as a day without a shag. Oh, I have a new fiance, and no, I'm no slut, you moral bitch, you. So if you really want to quit and do something more useful than counting the dead every morning, maybe you better stay in London and join the band you told me about, the Guard of Privin or something like that. Never heard of them, but if they are, like you said, some sort of civil militia trying to make a difference, then maybe it's a good choice for you. Just be sure to let others go in front. That's how my poor little Billy got killed in France, by leading too many patrols. Bloody war. Anyway, come back as soon as you can and give me the good news about that. I am your affectionate sister, Lucy, Paul, Mum, and Dad. Okay. Are you Harriet? Are you Peepa? Hello? I tried to talk to you, thank you.
Good evening, nurse.
Good evening, Doctor. I don't think we've been introduced yet. My name is Pippa Hawkins.
And I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed.
I just stole your letter.
Dr. Swansea has recently offered me a position in this hospital.
Well, it's a euphemism that your help will be appreciated, Doctor.
How long have you been a nurse?
Well, long enough to see that the epidemic is winning. And no matter how qualified you are, don't tell me you'll change that.
You're right. When dealing with such a terrible disease, one must remain humble. But that doesn't mean we shouldn't try our best.
Sorry, Doctor. I don't want to sound bitter, but I'm just too tired to give a pep talk like Nurse Brannigan.
How is the Pembroke staff coping with the epidemic?
Well, not well. Milton, the ambulance driver, is even more grumpy than usual, especially concerning doctors.
Why is Milton grumpy on a daily basis? Is it just an act?
Milton's not the kind of man who's bothered about a bad reputation, whether he deserved it or not.
Okay.
Why does Milton dislike doctors?
I don't know. Just ask him. But be warned, Milton is not the chatty type.
Okay.
How would you describe the situation at the Pembroke Hospital?
It's serious. The flu is wreaking havoc amongst the staff and patients. We are running out of everything.
Get a grip! I don't think get a grip is the right thing to say.
Nurse Hawkins, the Spanish flu won't last forever. Even the Black Plague didn't kill everyone.
I wish I could believe you. But what if this epidemic was worse? What if in the end, nobody was spared?
Ugh, get a grip!
You must get a hold of yourself, nurse.
Sorry, I'm exhausted. No one has any idea when this epidemic will be over.
It is very stressful. Yes. Is that it? Oh.
Pepper, are you sure you want to leave this hospital?
To become a nurse was a little girl's dream. But in the end, I don't feel that useful. I want more. I want to make things change.
Aww, what a noble goal. Patients need you. This is unacceptable. Be proud of what you've achieved. Yeah.
You should be proud of what you've achieved. This hospital represents hope for many people in need of help.
Yeah.
Maybe you're right. But at the moment, I feel like we're just a cemetery waiting room.
Understandable. But remain vigilant. I unlocked a hint, but I can't find it. Okay.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
Maybe later. Oh, goodness. All right. I do need to find my office. Is there anything to loot in this little corridor? Yes, there is.
It's locked, all right.
What? All right, let's go upstairs and go to my room.
Has lost its effect on me.
Locked. Dr. Swansea.
Not now.
Okay, sorry. Sorry. She said that my room had my name on it, but first I'm gonna just do a little bit of poking around. Ooh. Hacksaw. Cheap gin. Ooh, alcohol. That could be good for medical thingy-madingers, you know? Tippets.
I cannot enter.
There's my room. Okay, first. Doesn't appear to be anything in here.
This must be the place. It's definitely away from prying eyes.
Nice.
Relegated to the shadows. A kingdom of my own.
Yeah.
At least I won't be sleeping in a coffin.
Hey, way to be optimistic, Jonathan. I am impressed. Ooh! Is that a sword? What the? Ancient sword with a Latin phrase engraved at the blade has been forged in Wales during the 6th century and belonged to Paulus Eurylanius, founder of the Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stool. Legend says he has this blade forged before he chose the path of exile and left England with his people. Dragonbane has been passed to each new primate of the Brotherhood. It may have been used in secret ceremonies. When a primate was sent to the path of the war to defeat the hostile creature, the sacred sword was supposedly lost during the schism between the Brotherhood and the Guard of Prewin in the middle of the 19th century. It seems a few copies have been made, but this is the true and original dragon. What is this doing here? Why is this just here? I definitely want to use it. That's badass. Hell yeah. Hell yeah! Okay. What's happening? Game? Game? Something's happening. Oh. I look adorable. Oh my god. If anyone saw this guy, look at his eyes. No, but there's no way that you would mistake this person for, like, you would definitely be alarmed, right? You'd definitely be alarmed. His eyes are just red with, like, bright white gray pupils. Not normal. Dear Jonathan, I asked Nurse Crane to secure an office for you on the second floor. Please forgive the austere decoration, but Pembroke Hospital is not exactly the Ritz. Sorry to let you discover the office alone, but I need to sleep a little more before going back to work. I'm just a mere mortal after all. I also gave orders to let you rest and for the staff to never enter your room. You will be able to sleep all day without being disturbed and work at night without raising any suspicion. I'm afraid this place is quite messy, but you'll be able to conduct your experiments here at your own pace. You'll also notice there is an open window with a scaffolding that will allow you to enter and exit the hospital without being noticed. I imagine how awfully new and disturbing this all must be for you. Believe me, I have studied enough of your species to understand what you must now be facing and feeling. Be assured I'll do whatever I can to help you in this ordeal now that you're not completely alone facing it. I'm glad I met you. These dark times we're all presently facing. I hope our future collaboration will yield great results. Welcome to Pembroke, my esteemed colleague. We shall talk soon. Where's my mouse? What are the... There we go. Okay. P.S. I left a copy of some of my notes concerning what I've discovered about Ekin in the last few years. Feel free to read about it if you have need of guidance, as long as you don't use this knowledge to take advantage of me. Of course I won't, friend. Of course I won't. I look very dapper, don't I? Yes. Okay. Do I still have that sword that I picked up? Yes. Good, good. It is a rare opportunity, and almost a privilege, to approach a vampire, to observe their most intriguing physical and psychological traits with a scientific and rational eye. Here are some of the most fascinating abilities I've found observed in the last 10 years while interviewing a few vampires, or Ekin, as they prefer to call themselves. Supernatural speed. A vampire can act and move like a mortal in his actions, but the trained eye will spot that they have the keenest senses and can react quicker than any mortal. On a few occasions, alarm, surprise, necessity to flee, I have seen a vampire move so quickly it is almost as if he has vanished or reappeared somewhere else. The human eye cannot follow their movements when they act so quickly, but it is not a teleport or dematerialization, it is only supernatural speed. For me, it is cat-like attribute, which allows them to run, dodge, or jump. Alright, I already know about that. I can't, for some reason, you can't scroll down when you have to go back into it. We already know what that is, and yeah, that's just our abilities. Thank you. Thank you, game. I already know about all that. Glass vials. Ah. Okay. You need to analyze the components you found to unlock new recipes. Click on the to analyze. Light regeneration potion. Regenerate 300 health points instantly and then 300. Okay. So I got a serum.
William Bishop's blood is much more unstable than human blood and shows extensive mutation. But this is not what happened to me. I must keep on searching. The sun is about to rise. I can feel it. I'll continue tomorrow night. I have so much time now.
I did not interrupt him there. He interrupted himself. Alright, small bottle for glass vial, cheap chin. We're gonna recycle that and that. Probably gonna need a lot of those. Aluminium powder. We can't recycle weapons, which is sort of annoying, honestly. Ooh, Barker. Didn't realize I had that. Screws. Okay. Sleepy time. Level 4. More stamina would be good. Defensive. You create a barrier, absorbing direct damage until it fades. Block your target's blood in their veins, making them defenseless. That seems really good. You throw a spear made of blood which can pass through enemies. Close range strike that will cut through all living creatures in front of you. That seems really good. But do I want... Costs 25. So it costs the same as that. It's pretty expensive. Maybe I should just get... These don't cost anything. Let's get that. 2 seconds. Level 6 required. 8 required. Tactical. You perform a supernatural move to your target and cause damage upon landing. Ooh! Drain your stamina to fade into the shadows and become invisible to most enemies. Moving in the state will drain more stamina. You will exit the shadows if you attack, move, or dodge when your stamina is empty. That sounds... that's like stealth, huh? That's awesome. I kind of want that. But that's shadow damage, too. 5 stamina per second. Let's see. How much is it to get more stamina? 300. And this is 500. I'm gonna get this. It sounds fun. I'd like to be a stealthy, sneaky vampire. I'll get the stamina upgrades after, I think. Yes. The following night. Major district events. Every night the consequences of your actions may be improved or degrade the district health status. It can also be degraded due to diseases among citizens. The more lives you take, the unhealthier the district becomes. If a district's health status drops below critical, it will plunge into chaos. It is for you to decide the district's fate. Wow, okay. Rip that guy. Wow. Serious. Okay, so we need to kind of manage the health status of areas in the game. That's very interesting. So...
If I'm to stay here until my research is complete, I'd better learn to hide my true nature from the mortals. But what about my thirst for blood?
Yeah, that's gonna be a problem. So, if a district has particularly low health, we may want to think about it before we actually kill someone. Or feed... Actually, that I needed that. Can I now upgrade my sword? Wait, what? Oh.
The flower's dying. It needs water.
I thought you didn't like flowers. You're a vampire. Alright, before I end the episode, I'm just going to try this really quick... Oh, common handle part. Okay. Tiny common handle part. I thought... Alright, never mind. Okay. We should be able to leave now. Everything should be fine. We look handsome in our new outfit. It's adorable. I'm going to end this episode here, and next time we will continue our story and learn how to live amongst mortals. So, thank you very much for joining me for another episode of VAMPYR. Really enjoying it so far. As I said last time, no changes in opinion, really. Still loving it. Hopefully it continues to be awesome. And hopefully there's a lot more cool things to explore. Haven't been able to really craft anything of note yet, but that'll be really fun when we start gathering a lot of items and do the crafting, because I love that in games. I'll see you next time, friends!